Welcome everyone, it's Sandra Alexei and I'm from Game Changer, the YouTube channel, and Game Changer is a relationship book, okay, the new model of relationship, more the Aquarian, okay, and the first relationship is with self. This is not the first book, I'm a co-author on this, and if you go to my website, which is underneath in the show me, it's my personal muse. I've written other books, okay? I actually I'm a spiritual and business coach, and so I help individuals and businesses with their purpose, do a lot of different things. You can see it on my, my website. What I do want to say is I welcome you today, and I really appreciate it if you would like, if you would share, and if you would subscribe to the channel, and if you put a comment. So every month I'm drawing a name and the person gets a free mini reading, whoever puts comments in, okay? And I do astrology, numerology, I add Galactic Signature, I do a lot of stuff. A lot of my intuitive astrology gets into it also. And I want to welcome you during these trying times. Let's put it that way. It's very, very transformative, very hard on a lot of individuals, and I'm going to ask you just to keep calm. Okay, I know you can say keep calm and everything. I don't have money, this relationship, blah, 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 blah. All of that is just be calm. Okay, if you can go outside, ground yourself and everything. And we have some great news. Okay, things are going to start shifting and changing. My last video was on basically how did we get to this point? And if you haven't watched it, you might want to. It talks about Pluto, and it was like from 2007 when the big shift did actually change. And for me, it was huge because I am a Capricorn. We've had a stellium in Capricorn, we've had Uranus, so huge transformation, huge change, okay? And it's really interesting. Today is December the 11th, I think it is. Yes, it is. Today is December 11th when I got a call. I was living in Kona, Hawaii, and a dear friend of mine had passed away. So it's really interesting how the world works. She had been my friend for like 50 years, my dearest friend. And so in that moment, I knew I had to come home, back to Canada. So now, how do you do that in just a few days? I had a vehicle, I had a bank account, I had my stuff there. So this was a Friday, December 11th. Okay, 11 years ago. So what I did was put an ad out to sell my vehicle. I went and closed my bank account. I packaged up my boxes. It cost me about $800 to send them in the mail back. And then I had to look for a ticket. And I got a ticket. I had to fly from Kona to Honolulu, from Honolulu to Texas, and then into Calgary for $176. That's how Spirit works with me and synchronicity. It was time for me to come back home. Okay, and so today is a very unforgettable. So it's the 11th of December. It's been 11 years, and my master life number is 11. So there is no coincidence. Okay, so I want to inspire you and just talk to you about the different shifts that are happening. And I'm really excited today because last time I let you say, well, with the Pluto, it's like, where were you? How did you get to this place? What's really happening? And it was really a long video and a long write-up. The write-up is already on my Facebook. But so great news. I like it when I can tell you that. And I'm going to have 3 more videos. I'm going to have one specifically on Aquarian energy. I'm going to have one on the Great Conjunction, and then I will have another one on our full moon on December 29th, so you can watch for them. But today, wow, we want you to get ready for this auspicious portal of light after all the intense challenging energies of 2020. Now, on December 14th and 15th, we have a total new moon solar eclipse at 23-24 degrees of Sagittarius. All the planets are direct, everything is going ahead, okay, other than Uranus, which will be direct in January. So there's a feeling of momentum, of wanting to move forward done. Everybody's done with the lockdowns and the fear-mongering and the control. Not knowing what truth versus non-truth is. Embrace this magnificent energetic frequency, okay? Solar eclipses are like potent new moons on steroids and can unlock a door to the new portal of fresh, inspiring energy with the promise of new beginnings. Finally, some inspirational shifts are happening. This eclipse is just a few degrees off the galactic center, which is 7 degrees Sagittarius, and it is believed to be the center of our universe. We will be experiencing some strong galactic activations. And on my Facebook page, Lori Ladd has some of the ascension physical feelings are, and also how it's time you started cutting cords. Because when I talk about the Aquarian energy, it's really coming into who you are. And basically, Game Changer was started. I started it myself maybe about 9 years ago. Then I co-authored it, and it was about the challenges with relationships. And the first challenge is the relationship is ourselves. And we are to become whole. And that's what I'm going to talk about with the Aquarian. Okay, this brilliant new moon is going to review and reveal where you have been doing the work of evolving and ascending. That's been our work, okay? Always is. The gifts and rewards that you will experience will be amplified and apparent around December the 17th, okay, as Saturn leaves Capricorn. And at that point, Saturn is at 29 degrees and moves to 0 degrees of Aquarius on December the 18th. We call this a critical degree. So it's a real tipping point for you. You will have the ability to assess wisdom. So listen to your intuition and you will be rewarded because of all the hard work you have done since. And I had put a video out then. On December 21st, 22nd of 2017, when Saturn moved into Capricorn. Okay, and it's interesting because I follow it. Everything's about cycles. I've been doing this for 50 years. So I know that December 21st and 22nd, it didn't matter how much work I had to do. I had to focus and I had to stay focused. I'm very realistic. I'm very pragmatic. I've had many different challenges, but just kept going. Okay, not going with like craziness, but okay, saying, okay, I need to regroup and I need to move forward and what it is that I need to do. Where have you been the most challenged? That's where the work was. With relationships, with career, with health, with money, with family, etc. Only you will know. So you need to sit with that and say, where have I been challenged? What was I to learn? What were the lessons? Okay. And where would you have had the opportunities to, I say, do the work? Okay. This solar eclipse is connected to the lunar eclipse we experienced in June 5th of 2020. So what did you release from your life? So if you can go back, it was like, what was happening in June? What did I have to let go of? This inspiring and uplifting energetic portal moves you beyond the past to start embracing, okay, the new age of Aquarius, aligning your inner and outer self with our true spiritual purpose, okay? So now it's time to let go of the past. There's 3 places that we usually are in the moment. We're either sitting thinking about something that happened in the past, or as I am right now, I'm in the moment. I couldn't be thinking about the past or the future because I have to be here in the moment. I have to be present. That's why the gift is called the present. Okay. Now, or I can be in the future. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen? When's this law going to be done? Well, when's this? Okay. Be in the moment. Okay. Your work this month is to remain grounded in the moment. Okay. Be very mindful, be aware, and be your own witness and observer. We still have Neptune that brings some confusion. Okay. Okay. Even though it's gone direct, it's aspecting another planet. So powers of discernment. You want to look that up because people say you can't judge, you can't, excuse me. It's about evaluating things in my life. I have that right, okay? And the bottom line is when you go to university or when you go to get your driver's license or when you decide you want to run a red light, that's a process of discernment. Keep it simple. Keep things simple. So powers of discernment, and we want you to be really clear with your intentions and manifestations are especially important. So let's take the time to think because this is, again, a new moon solar eclipse. So you're going to be doing some new intentions, okay? So maintain strong personal boundaries, acknowledging and honoring who you are. The question is, who have you become through the experience and your evolution and ascension? You are not the same person that you were in January of 2020. I will bet money on that. I will be doing 3 more very mind-expanding videos this month and hope you will watch for them. It's an incredible month and many shifts. This full moon solar eclipse, the solstice, and the magical conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter into Aquarius on December 20th, 21st, and the finale, a cool full moon at 8 degrees of Cancer on December the 29th, finishes the year. Also, a huge transition into the Aquarian energies with Saturn and Jupiter, which will lighten the energies as we move from the Capricorn Saturnian energies, okay, earthy energies. And then finally, Pluto will move into Aquarius 2023, 2024. So we're starting with baby steps. We're moving ahead. That aside, now we can set intentions under a new moon solar eclipse. And here are some ideas depending on where the eclipse falls in your chart. Now, this is if you have your natal chart, and a lot of people that I know have their natal chart. So I'm going to tell you, if this new moon is sitting in that particular house, that's the area that it's good to put intentions on. And come January, February, I'm going to be doing some Zoom classes for people that want to learn about where the new moon falls, where the full moon falls, and how to basically kind of read your chart so I can empower you, okay? So that when I'm sharing this with you, you can look at your chart and you get a feel for it, okay? And so I have taken this from Elsa, okay? I have a lot of teachers. I have a lot of non-physical teachers, a lot of physical teachers, and I am a member of ISAR. It is an international group. So every Sunday I listen to lectures with them, and I read, and I've had many teachers because I need to be able to keep up. I have a lot of Uranian energy, and so it's all about learning, and it's about knowing, and it's about what's in the future. So what she says is, if the solar eclipse is in the first house, you put forth your inspired ideas. If the solar eclipse is in the second house, don't be stupid, but luck with money is favored. Imagine your life with improved self-esteem. Always people think money, 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 value, but a lot of that is what is your self-esteem and your self-worth. Solar eclipse in the third, learn something new, expand your source of information, and share information. Solar eclipse in the fourth, invite people into your home, give to family, donate to the food bank. Well, I don't think you can have anybody in, and if you do, it seems to me that some of the neighbors are quite snoopy with binoculars and that, and will tell on you if you have somebody in, okay, which is very, very interesting. Anyway, your solar eclipse in the 5th house, you have a big heart, so you're moved to be generous. Solar eclipse in the 6th, there'll kind of be a function at work, some cheer in the workplace, gift, health, or service workers, so give a tip. Well, again, we're not doing that. There's a lot of people that are having a hard time feeding themselves, paying their mortgage or rent or whatever, because they're not allowed to work right now. Okay, solar eclipse in the 7th. You can have fun with the other, offer your abundant love without strings. That's where we get into more of the Aquarian energy we'll talk about. Solar eclipse in the 8th, share your resources, whatever they might be. And that is time also. It doesn't always have to be money, okay? Or you can bake somebody for something. Solar eclipse in the 9th, super lucky, share your gifts, spread it around far and wide. And gifts are not just like material gifts. It's like everybody has gifts, okay? And that's in astrology. When I do your reading and everything, I can find out what your purpose is, what your gifts, what you're here to share, what's your mission. Solar eclipse in the 10th, set an example as a person who's bigger than that, so you need to forgive. Solar eclipse in the 11th, spread cheer amongst your friends in unexpected ways. Solar eclipse in the 12th, offer yourself in generosity, ask to be shown the path to your highest expression. Very spiritual. So many blessings and much love. It's a great time to have a private session or reading, and I have gift certificates available. And it's much like I equate our body to a vehicle, and so we need to have tune-ups, we need to have oil changes, we need to have brakes and tires and whatever. And so your astrological reading is like what's really going on, what's kind of happening. It's like tilling the garden. Okay, when you're going to plant your garden, okay, what you do is you prepare the soil, make sure it has the right nutrients and everything. So when you plant the seeds, because this is about planting seeds, planting intentions, okay? So thank you for taking the time, and I'd appreciate it, as I said before, if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And again, the book is a really good idea, and you can, the book comes in hardcover, a soft cover, audio, and ebook, and you can order it. Some Indigo people have it. It was last year I did a tour in Alberta and BC at some of the Indigo stores, and you can order it also from Friesen. But there's a little if you go onto the top right at the YouTube channel, it shows you where you can actually order the book. And I hope that you do have your own personal copy of Game Changer, because if you did it last year, the first chapter is all about self-discovery, and there's 8 specific areas that have interactive exercises. And in each of the areas, you have questions to answer. And if you were to answer those questions now, after what you've been through in 2020, I bet you they would be different, okay? Because there's been an evolution. Always remember, the first relationship is to know thyself and to thine own self be true. And then we understand as we evolve and mature, we change, and we need to take time to reflect on who we are and what our needs are right now. And this is really important, because we have this beautiful, beautiful solar new moon eclipse, and it's coming just before our grand conjunction. So let all the past just go and be in that moment and bring the light to the galactic center we're working with. The solar eclipse, we just had a full moon, the Neptune just went direct. Okay. And so once a month, as I said, I draw a name for a mini reading. I do it via Zoom, and your name will go in the draw if you put a little comment. And I really appreciate everybody that takes the time. to read what I put out. I like to put out an article on Facebook, so if somebody wants to print it, they have dates. And some people like to read. My background one of my backgrounds is a teacher, so I used to teach learning styles. We all learn differently. And I'm new at this. It's only been just a little bit over a year that the YouTube channel started. And so I have lots to learn about setting it up and whatever. All I know is that spirit moves me. I work with spirit, and I'm here to be able to share and assist others in finding their purpose, finding some meaning in their life. And every time we go through hard times, we start to really appreciate what the simple things are. And so it's interesting because I've been doing I was in a car accident, not my fault, and then a second one, not my fault, which is interesting. But I was working with my acupuncturist, and he said, so what brings you joy? Like, you need to do more stuff. And I went, you know what's really joyous for me? Is having a shower. Being able to be in a beautiful shower and have this rain. It's the simple things in life, or going outside and breathing the fresh air, especially now with the masks, seeing the sun, embracing it. Right now where I live, there's snow, okay? But to be able to go out and put my feet in the sand or in the grass, okay? So be grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude. And I do so appreciate you. So much love, many blessings.